This presentation is to assist you with opening data through the SPSS software, which is accessible through the Citrix receiver that you've downloaded into your computer. I'm starting to realize that some of you are still struggling with this issue. The first thing that you should do is you should actually go to the companion website developed by Sage, Discovering Statistics Using IBM SPSS Statistics, and look for the student resources. Once you click on that, you will find that there is a tab here for data sets. Click on data sets and then click on Andy Field data sets. Automatically you will have a download that occurs most browsers bottom left hand side, or some will actually give you a notification on the top right corner. I use Google Chrome, and so my download appears on the bottom left corner. If I double click on the second folder, I will see the one that is labeled, I think this is Data Sets United States for Data or something like that. Double click on that, you can see all the data files that are available. Now the first thing that we need to do is we need to save this. So by going back and either pulling this down and into your desktop might be one approach, and so now I'm transferring 146 items onto my desktop. There it is sitting, and of course I already have that in a folder, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this. But if you keep it on your desktop, as a matter of fact, let me just keep it here on the desktop for this example. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open SPSS through the Citrix receiver. Double click on the Citrix receiver. I'm already logged in. As you can see, my name appears on the top right, top center portion of the Citrix receiver, and you can see that SPSS is already sitting in the body here as I have added that software. If you click on applications hosted by TTU, you will see that the Citrix receiver is there. If I click on this now, I will start opening SPSS, and that'll take just a few seconds. And now I have the SPSS software on my desktop. Now I need to open up a file. In this case, I've been asked for method of teaching, so I'm going to click on File, Open Data, Open Data, and then I will click on a series of folders. First, I'm going to go to the local disk C. Then I'm going to double click on users. Then I'm going to find my name or my username. In this case, it's Marcelo Schmidt. It's abbreviated with a Marshme, which is my E-Rater username. I double click on that. And then I'm going to say, I want to find these files on the desktop where I saved them just now. So I'm going to look for DSUS for data. Double click on that. Look for method of teaching, which should appear in alphabetical order, and there it is. I double click on method of teaching, and I can now open up method of teaching on my computer. Now in this case, I think for method of teaching we were looking at a t-test, independent samples t-test, and you can simply click on analyze. Of course you want to explore your data first, make sure that all the variables meet the assumptions of the analysis, and then analyze and compare means, an independent samples t-test, and I'm going to take scores, put them here. I'm going to look at method of teaching here. I'm going to define these groups. I know that method of teaching is defined by zeros and ones, so I click on zeros and ones. I say 0 for one group and 1 for the other group. Click on continue and OK, and you have now completed this assignment. Your responsibility is to interpret this output and understand what it is that has occurred here. So are the variances similar or are they different? According to the Levine's test, it appears that we need to assume that there is a difference in the variances, so we do not meet the assumption of homogeneity of variance. So just as a tip, you interpret equal variance is not assumed. Your t value is 0.8 12.32. The degrees of freedom have been adjusted to 12.24. And the differences are not significant as this value is larger than 0.05. That concludes this presentation. Hope you find this helpful.